Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a summer makeup look. I know a lot of you guys are graduating. I know it's the last week of school for a lot of you guys and summer is here. So I wanted to kick off the summer with a tutorial. Obviously this won't be my only summer tutorial for the year, but I wanted to create a really easy, effortless, everyday look for summertime using products that aren't too heavy on the skin but still provide really good benefits if you're out in the sun. Products that are gonna last all day and kind of stain your cheeks and lips. This is the look that I came up with. This is like a go-to look for me. I love these natural everyday type looks. They're so practical and realistic for an everyday type situation. My hair is going crazy. So before we get into this summer makeup tutorial, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, just make sure to hit the little bell. That'll just mean you'll be notified when I upload. And I've been uploading 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So be sure to hit that notification if you want to be notified every time I upload. And with that being said, let's get into this makeup look right now. Okay, I'm so excited that summer is here pretty much. Well, where I live, we got like a cold front the past couple days and it got so cold it snowed in the middle of May, but it's starting to warm up again, so I'm really excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the Urban Decay Quick Fix Hydra Charged Complexion Prep Priming Spray. Wow, that's a long title. I would love to be the person that comes up with like product titles. I would make them sound so bougie. This is just a little travel size I picked up at Sephora during their sale. I wanted to try it and I really like it actually. It smells really coconutty, so I feel like it's perfect for summertime. So I'm just gonna spritz that all over. It really smells so good. It smells like coconut, which I love. So while that sinks into the skin, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I'm gonna use the Glossier Boy Brow. I know I've used this in the past like 3 tutorials already, but I'm that obsessed with it. So I feel like this is something that's so good for summer. I know they make 2 or 3 other colors that are tinted, and so if you wanted to make it even more effortless, you could get a tinted one and then it would kind of help fill in your brows and shape them. Since my brows are very thin, I obviously need to fill them in. If you have naturally luscious brows, you could just totally do this one step. Just kind of like brush them into place and you'd be good to go. But unfortunately, I can't really do that. I mean, I technically could, but I feel like because brows frame the face, if I'm short on time, I feel like I have to do my brows and like my lashes, or actually brows and like even out my skin tone. Those are like my 2 things if I'm short on time that I have to have on before I leave the house. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a second. Let's go into face. We're just gonna kind of jump all over. This is such a good summer product, I feel like. It's in a really fair shade because I'm really fair right now, but once I get a little bit more tan, I'll probably pick up another shade that will help match my summer color. This is the It Cosmetics CC Plus Your Skin But Better Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream Plus Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum SPF 50 Plus UVA and UVB Broad Spectrum Physical Sunscreen. Another long title, but it is so good. I know you guys have probably heard so many people rave about this. It's a little bit on the pricey side for a CC cream in my opinion, and that's why I took a long time to pick it up and try it out myself. I ended up buying it because It Cosmetics had a sale on their website and I was like, alright, fine, I'll buy it. But I really like it. So mine is in the shade Fair, but like I said, I'll probably have to pick up a darker shade soon, I'm hoping, because I'll probably have a little bit of a tan. So this has great sunscreen, which is something that you want in the summer. It's lightweight, but still gives you the most gorgeous natural coverage, so I'm really loving it. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. I actually like to apply this with my fingers, and I feel like when I'm in a rush, this is kind of how I normally do apply my makeup. Sometimes I'll grab a brush, but with this CC cream, I feel like using your fingers really helps it just blend into your skin a little bit better. So for me personally, this is a great way to do it. You could totally use a sponge, there's no rules, but I feel like your fingers work just fine. And I just kind of like to start by building up a little bit of product all over the face, and then I kind of take a look at what areas need more coverage, you know what I mean? Because in the summertime, I feel like a summer makeup look and an effortless makeup look just means that you kind of wear as little as possible, at least for daytime, you know? I'm not going to worry too much about covering up like actual blemishes because I will go ahead and cover those with a concealer in a minute, but anywhere that just has a little bit more redness, I will just put a little bit extra coverage on. And then I like to take the rest and blend it down my neck, because don't forget about your neck. Your neck needs to be sunscreened, and this also has like a nice serum in it. So I love products like this that kind of have lots of benefits. So, you know, it like helps your skin while you wear it, if that makes sense. I really love that. Okay, I'm gonna use concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Tarte Shape Tape, but we're not gonna use as much as normal because this is a effortless daytime look. So I'm just gonna dot like the slightest amount under my eyes to start, and we're actually gonna blend that in with our fingers. And you can reapply a little bit if you feel like you need it, but just build up until you get the coverage under your eyes that you want. And then I take the extra and I put it on my eyelid to kind of cancel out any redness or veins there. I'm also gonna go ahead and pop this over blemishes and around my nose. You can skip this step if you feel like your skin tone is pretty even. Okay, so now I'm gonna dip into my Aesthetica translucent powder. And we're just going to set the under eyes with this. Just kind of pat that over the concealer. I'm also going to set the eyelid, just so that the concealer doesn't crease. That's all the powder I'm going to do for now, because we are going to use, oops, I forgot a spot. Because we are going to use a cream blush and highlight, so I want to leave these places unpowdered just so that those blend as best as they can. So let's go into brows really quick. Just gonna take my Anastasia brow wiz, kind of comb through the boy brow, and then I'm just gonna use small hair-like strokes to fill in the brows. Okay, so now that the brows are done, we're gonna move into blush. So this is a blush that I got from Glossier, and I'm so in love with it already. It's called their Cloud Paint, and this is in the shade Dusk. And I feel like this is just the perfect summer product because it'll just stain your cheeks, and you can use it as a lip stain as well. So I'm just taking the smallest amount, kind of mixing it on both fingers. I'm gonna smile and just blend it onto the apples of the cheeks, back toward the temples. Do you see how natural that looks? And you can build it up as much as you'd like. You guys know that I'm liking brighter blush, so I kind of like to build it up a little more than normal. I just think it makes you look so fresh, especially for summertime. Obviously, if you have like a sunburn, you won't need as much blush. You could even skip this altogether if you've been a little bit sun-kissed, but I feel like this is such a beautiful way to kind of get that effortless sun-kissed glow without it looking like too done up, you know what I mean? I love this product. So pretty. I'm just gonna dab a little on my lips. That will kind of just stain the lips. Then I'm just gonna take whatever's left over, and we're just gonna pop it in the crease a little bit as well. So we're gonna make like this really pretty monochromatic peach looking thing. We'll also put bronzer on the eyes as well, but I feel like just adding a little bit of blush there holds the whole look together so nicely. I'm going to be using a cream highlighter as well. I'm going to go in with the NYX Away We Glow liquid highlighter. This one's in the shade Crystal Glare. We're just going to kind of dot this on the cheekbones, and we're just going to use our fingers again to blend that out. I believe they sell this in like several colors, so you can really find one that will suit your skin tone or your personal taste. But it's just a really pretty, natural looking cream highlighter, and it's so affordable because it's NYX. So if you don't want to spend too much on your summer makeup, this is a great product. Can't forget under the brows. I'm also going to dot a little bit in the inner corners. Let's put a little bit down the nose, Cupid's bow, chin, above the brows. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like I have a couple blemishes here that I want a little bit more covered. Not a problem. To be honest, you could totally just call it a day at this. I think this look is really nice for summer if you're kind of looking for that perfect no makeup look. But if you want to kick it up a notch and make it, you know, wearable for a lunch with friends or whatever you're doing, then continue with the following steps. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. You can skip this step if you're normally dry skin, but in the summertime, I feel like, you know, you're outside a little bit more and you don't want your makeup to melt off or look too oily. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly pat this down the center of my face and kind of around the nose area. And that will just help the areas in the center of my face where I tend to get a little more oily. It'll just help it kind of control that throughout the day. I'm gonna leave kind of the other parts of my face mostly open so that it looks really nice and fresh. I'm just gonna dab a tiny bit around the perimeter because we will be applying a little bit of bronzer, and I don't want that to get streaky. But for the most part, Leave as much of your face like as is as possible because that will just make you look really fresh and less done up, if that makes sense. Okay, so for bronzer, you guys, I have been absolutely loving this bronzer. I think it's one of my favorite bronzers I've ever used. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Nude Bronze Light. I think this is a new shade and it's just so beautiful, so perfect for light skin like me, but you can also build it up if you are more medium or dark skin tones. But for me, a summer makeup look is not complete without some bronzer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sweep this along the cheekbones, right under where we applied the blush. I feel like it's just so finely milled that it's easy to apply, it's foolproof because it doesn't go streaky, even though my skin isn't like fully powdered. I just feel like this applies so smoothly over top of my cream products, which is really a really nice thing, especially for summertime. So I'm gonna make sure to get it in the hairline where, you know, the sun naturally hits. Also along the jawline to kind of define that a little bit more. Down the neck. You can even apply your bronzer across your collarbones just to make you look even more sun-kissed. And I'm going to use it down the sides of my nose as well to slightly contour that and underneath the lips. Okay, so if you want to define your eyes a little bit more, just take the same bronzer. You don't need to use this bronzer specifically, but any bronzer will work, or whatever bronzer you use. And I'm just going to run that through the crease right on top of the blush. That way we have a little bit more definition there, but again, it still doesn't look like too done up. For me personally, I love eyeshadow on the lower lash line. A lot of people don't, but for me and my eye shape and my face shape, I feel like it suits me pretty well, so I love to do this. You can skip it if you want to, but I love it. Last but not least, we're gonna pop on some mascara. Just use your favorite mascara. If you're going out and it's gonna be super hot, you could use a waterproof mascara, but I usually don't, so I'm just gonna use one of my favorite mascaras. This is the Mad Lash Mascara by The Balm, and we're just gonna pop that on. If you're wanting to keep your look even more natural, you could go with a brown mascara or even like a tinted lash primer would work really nicely, and that will just make you look even less done up, but you'll still have defined lashes. If you want to look extra summery, you can go ahead and apply a lip balm on top of the lip stain that we have going on. I'm just going to use my Kiehls lip balm. Just lightly apply that on top. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this makeup look. Hopefully this gets you inspired for summer. I'm so excited. Let me know what your summer plans are down below in the comments. Are you guys traveling? Are you just staying at home? What are you all up to this summer? Let me know. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye!